FIFA 13. So you guys all remember FIFA 13, right? One of the best games in the FIFA series and widely loved by most of the community, except those that conceded 90th minute sweaty goals and headers, breaking many TVs and controllers in the process. However, it was truly one of the most memorable games in the franchise. From those aesthetic menus, which changed color depending on what team you picked, I don't know why, but I just loved that attention to detail, to career mode, to a practice arena that you could get lost in for hours. The fun was never ending. FIFA 13 also introduced a fair share of WONDERKIDS too, some which turned out to be absolute world beaters like Paul Pogba, and some, let's just say, the less said the better. Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the best WONDERKIDS that FIFA 13 career mode had to offer, see how they're doing in 2019 in FIFA 19, 6 years later. I'm going to put them all into one team and see how they compare in the Premier League today. Also, comment down below what WONDERKIDS I've missed out on in this team. Should there be a part 2? Also, what were some of your favorite WONDERKIDS from FIFA 13? Let me know down below. Oh yeah, and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on. We're on that steady grind to 5k subscribers. Man, just even thinking about this video has got me all nostalgic. FIFA 13, I've literally... going back in the day, I lost so many hours on that game. My childhood literally in one game, FIFA 13. One of my favorite FIFAs, up with FIFA 14 as well. So nostalgic going back and looking at some of these older WONDERKIDS. So for the FIFA 13 WONDERKIDS, we've put them all into West Ham. Don't ask me why, but I've picked West Ham. They're all going into this FIFA 13 squad of WONDERKIDS. And we're going to see how they're doing today. Now, the FIFA 13 WONDERKIDS squad is going to have a 4-2-4 formation. And we're going to go through from top to bottom. Up top, we have the strike partnership of Jovetic and Luis Muriel. These two strikers were the absolute go-tos in FIFA 13 career mode. I mean, who could you look for more in a player than Jovetic and Muriel? And they just make an even deadlier strike partnership. Jovetic with all those headers and Muriel with just that pace up front. Just got you goals in FIFA 13. We move to the left. It's one of many Brazilians. He's moved to Everton. He's still only 25, to my shock. It's Bernard. The Brazilian was a cam in FIFA 13, and oh my, he was a go-to pickup in FIFA 13 career mode for WONDERKID. And we also have the Chelsea outcast now, Lucas Piazon. He's on loan at Chievo Verona now in Serie A in 2019. However, in FIFA 13, he was an up-and-coming star, another Brazilian like Oscar in that Chelsea team that, I don't know, Chelsea was just in love with their Brazilians, similar to FIFA 13. FIFA 13 did love a lot of Brazilians, and as you're going to see in this team, we're going to go through a lot of Brazilians too. We move on to the midfield, and yet again, it's another Brazilian. It's Gabriel. He is still 24. He's at Benfica. He had a potential of like 88 on FIFA 13 career. Really hasn't lived up to that potential yet. And yeah, still finds himself at Benfica. Still only 24 years of age. The thing is with a lot of these career mode WONDERKIDS, these FIFA 13 WONDERKIDS, is that they're still kind of young. They're not really, their career's not really finished yet. They still have some time to revive it. As we move on to the second midfielder, it's Gaston Ramirez, and in FIFA 13 he did play for Southampton. The Uruguayan was a cam. He's now 27 years of age. In FIFA 13 career mode he was 21, a cam, a Uruguayan at Southampton, recently promoted to the Premier League. I mean, he literally every career mode hit 86 plus. Gaston Ramirez, what a player back in FIFA 13 career mode. One of the go-to cams you could have picked up. And we move on to the left back position. It's going to be the Dutchman Willems. Finds himself at Frankfurt these days, 24 years of age, but did play for PSV in FIFA 13 career mode. Had a mid-80s potential. Hasn't really fulfilled that. Still 76. As we move on to the centre-back partnership, it's going to be the captain Angelo Ogbonna, already playing at West Ham, and Callas, the ex-Chelsea man, as well as the right back Mbai. Now, Ogbonna, the Italian centre-back, was at Torino. Juventus picked him up, and he was supposed to be the next big Italian centre-back, big Italian defender to take Italy by storm. But as soon as he moved to Juventus, didn't really get that much game time, was sent out on loan here and there, didn't perform that well. 77 rated, now finds himself at West Ham in the Premier League, and he's now 30 years of age. I mean, that is a WONDERKID. In FIFA 13, he was still only 24, so didn't live up to the expectation. And fun fact, he was actually born in the same area I come from in Italy. I recently found that out and could not believe it. So Ogbonna, I've got a special connection to him. We move on to Kalas, the Czech Republican man. He's been Chelsea for a while, has been loaned out a couple of times, hasn't really got the game time at Chelsea. Similar story with a lot of the Wonder Kids. I had an 85 potential on FIFA 13 career mode, didn't really live up to 23 rating. The right back. We move on to the goalkeeper. It's Jack Butland. The Englishman was in contention for the starting England spot a couple of years ago, but never ended up getting it, losing out to Jordan Pickford in the end. He's going to join this FIFA 13 team. Another go-to keeper. This is like the go-to keeper in FIFA 13 career mode. As we move on to the bench, it's the Italian striker. He now finds himself at Spal. It's Palosci, 28 years of age now. And Palosci was the next big thing for Italian football. Really didn't live up to his name as he moved on to Spurs or Swansea. He moved on in the Premier League. Didn't really set the Premier League alight either, as well as this man, Ahmed Musa. He was another one of those pacey strikers along with Luis Muriel that you could pick up in FIFA 13 career mode. That was just an absolute lightning on the field. We move on to Victor Fischer, another Dutch wonder kid from Ajax. This man was the go-to winger in FIFA 13, and Victor Fischer, what a name. It was just a guy that you'd always pick up in your career modes. He was just a great little winger to have in the team, as well as Jack Wilshere, just another player that would always grow to that 85 plus overall in-game in FIFA 13. The English midfielder finds himself at West Ham now, 79 rated. We move on to our backup goalkeeper. You guys should know this FIFA career mode legend. It's yet another Italian. It is Simone Scuffet, yet another Italian keeper, and one of those go-to ones. You just always see him, you'd always buy him. Scuffet was just a reliable keeper to have in your team and had high 80s potentials. Was like the Donnarumma, I'd say, of the FIFA 13 era, and just now he's still only 22 years of age. He was really young back in FIFA 13 days, a teenager. That's why I'm sort of comparing him to Donnarumma, but didn't really live up to that hype. We got Boy, a man that has really fallen off. I mean, in FIFA 13 he had a potential of 86, didn't live up to it whatsoever. He finds himself at a 66 rating. He's still only 25, finds himself at a centre-back / central midfielder position, but yeah, just another one of those players that have fallen from grace. We move on to Jack Grealish, a man that is currently in Aston Villa, was a big player to pick up back then in FIFA 13, and you'd think he'd make his way into the Premier League, to a Premier League side, but never ended up making the move, and he's still at Aston Villa. Shinatsu, the speedy Ghanaian back in FIFA 13, is now at Newcastle, still 26 years of age, was really hyped up back in the day, didn't really live up to it. Adrian, this is where you really see the Brazilians come into the mix of things. Adrian, like Bernard, was one of those players that you'd just always see, a central attacking midfielder, a Brazilian cam that you just needed to pick up. A lot of Brazilians were in FIFA 13 and a lot of Wonder Kids were there as well. Highly rated by EA, he had a potential high 80s. I'd always see him at an 88 rating. Adrian, he has fallen off. He, 23, is still 71 rated at a left mid now. As you can see, still can play cam. We have Bangura, who was a really good African Wonder Kid coming up through the ranks in FIFA 13. Never really made it. And then we have another FIFA 13 career mode legend. It is Wellington Nem, yet another player from Shakhtar Donetsk. That's Brazilian. He had an high 80s potential, still at a 71 rating right now. And the German midfielder, Liet Nahud, I'd always pick up. I don't know why. I had a soft spot for him, the German midfielder. Leitner from Dortmund back then. He now finds himself in the championship at Norwich. He's 73 overall, having an 86 potential in FIFA 13. Really live up to it. I've included a lot of players that haven't lived up to their potential, but they're the ones that I most remember from FIFA 13 and the ones that, you know, you'd always pick up here and there, or you'd always see having a high 80s overall. And they were just ones that, you know, were really memorable back in FIFA 13, and now they're not really doing so well, so I decided to give them some love, especially the Brazilians in the team. But that is going to be the team to go into the Premier League season, the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids in FIFA 19, and some notable shout outs, some honorable mentions before you go crazy in the comments. Some players that weren't in FIFA 19 that I couldn't include in this squad, and there are some more Brazilians in there, such as Ganso. He was recently removed from the game. Kelvin, the Brazilian winger from Porto. He was another player that I just signed all the time. Mayuka, the legendary striker, the pacey man on FIFA legend, and Marci, the Italian centre-back that played for Bari, but now that Bari aren't in FIFA 19, couldn't include him. And that is it for honourable mentions. If I left out anyone or any of your favourite players, leave them in the comments below. Talk about your favourite Wonder Kids from FIFA 13. Should there be a part 2? Should I do it for another FIFA, such as FIFA 14 or something like that? Let me know in the comments below. But we're going to simulate this season and see how the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids do. And we've reached the end of the season with the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids. Let's see how they did in the Premier League. And they ended up doing pretty well, just finishing above mid-table, finishing in 9th with 50 points, 13 wins, 11 draws, 14 losses for the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids. It was Manchester United that ended up winning the league in the closest league finish I've ever seen in my life. Look at that, 3 teams on 79 points. They ended up winning it on goal difference, and that is incredibly tight up there at the top. We'll see who got relegated. It's Huddersfield, Newcastle United, and Cardiff City. But the most important thing is that the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids finished in 9th. And the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids ended up getting knocked out in round 5 of the FA Cup to Brighton in the Carabao Cup. They made the quarterfinals, but ended up getting knocked out by Manchester City 4-1. We're going to take a look at the top performers in the team and see who contributed the most for the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids, and it's that man, the Colombian Luis Muriel, recently moved to Fiorentina and Serie A in real life. One of the Wonder Kids that hasn't had the best of careers, but still has played for some big clubs like Sevilla, Fiorentina, and is really doing well in this FIFA 13 Wonder Kids squad. He's 16 goals and 6 assists. The Brazilian Bernard with 9 goals and 5 assists, so really decent numbers for the little Brazilian. Jetro Willems ended up getting 2 goals to his name, and Bayern Callas got in the 40s for appearances. Lucas Piazon ended up getting 9 goals and 6 assists for his efforts at right winger. Ogbonna got 41 appearances. Meanwhile, Jovetic, even though he was injured, he is very injury prone. That's one thing I do remember about the Montenegrin. Yeah, he is injury prone, and he's carried that trait throughout his whole career. And I think that's why he hasn't really gotten to the heights of where he'd want to be in his career. Now 29 years of age, he is injury prone, and yeah, Guess what? He's injured. Jack Butland ended up getting 6 clean sheets. Victor Fisher got 3 goals. Gabriel Appetit Perez got 7 goals and 3 assists. Jack Wilshere ended up getting 2 goals, 1 assist. Boyd got a few appearances here and there. Paloschi came off the bench and got 7 goals. Leitner ended up getting 3 assists. Wellington Nem got himself 2 goals and 1 assist. Jack Grealish got a few goals and assists in there. Otherwise, yeah, these are just players out on loan. Adrian only got 1 start for the team. Atsu with only 4 starts, but that is it. The FIFA 13 Wonder Kids squad. Gaston Ramirez actually didn't really do that much in this career mode. Neither did Musa. Only 9 appearances for the Uruguayan. That is the FIFA 13 Wonder Kids team. Ended up finishing 9th. I feel like they got carried by Luis Muriel there with the 16 goals and 6 assists, as well as Bernard and Lucas Piazon. But that is the Wonder Kids squad from FIFA 13. That is how they fare in FIFA 19 in a whole team. Let me know if I should do a part 2 down below. Who have I missed out on in this team? Who were your favorite FIFA 13 Wonder Kids? Well, these bunch ended up finishing 9th in the Premier League, so they're showing that they still have it and that they shouldn't be underestimated. That has been the video, guys. Please let me know if I should do something like this in the future, maybe with FIFA 14 Wonder Kids or FIFA 12 Wonder Kids maybe. Let me know down below. Smash like on the video if you did go ahead and enjoy it. Subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode content. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the very next video.